right, so this song was definitely a difficult one to figure out because I think it's on a baritone. I don't even think it's on guitar, but I always try with my lessons to just give my interpretation in standard tuning is usually what I try to do and make things within reach for beginners. So with that being said, just standard tuning, capo on your first fret, and let's get into it. So you're going to start with your middle finger on the third fret of the low E string. And I like to hold my pick, between my index and thumb, and then have your middle finger and ring finger ready to pluck. So you're going to pluck that low E string, and then you're going to set your index finger down here on the second fret of the G, and you're going to pluck the middle with your middle finger the D string and your ring finger the G, and you pluck, and you're going to hammer ring finger to fourth fret of the G, and then return back to that first chord. So you've got I was finding it kind of easy sometimes to use my thumb there. That kind of might be a better way to do it. But anyway, after that chord, you're just going to pluck an E minor chord. So you just pluck open E, and again, middle finger on the D, ring finger on the G. So you got, whoops. Then following that, we have a little dissonant sounding setup like this. So your ring finger is going to set here on the fourth fret of the D. And you pluck the D and then the G. Now following very quickly after that, and the reason I'm playing again with my ring finger there, so that's third fret of the A string. You're going to pluck A first. The reason I'm using my ring finger there is because you have to set down this chord shape. So again, since we're not on a baritone and I'm kind of trying to mimic the baritone sound, you're going to do this E-shaped chord right here where your index finger sets down on that second fret of the D, middle finger, third fret of the low E, ring finger, third fret of the A, and it gives you that chord. So we've got, now that actually sets you up to set that chord down. So you could just think about set the whole chord down as you do that open A, third fret of A. So after that, you're going to go E, D, E. That. All right, again, kind of trying to mimic that baritone sound. All right, then we just take that shape and we're going to slide it up 2 frets. So your index is now in the 4th fret from the capo. Middle finger and ring finger are in the 5th fret. And you're going to, again, start on the A string and go down to the low E, A, E. Then we got this little hammer-on riff. So you're going to hammer index, just open to 4th fret. So open D to 4th fret. And then you add pinky underneath that. and 5th fret of D, or you could jump that ring finger down. Let's see if I can get it. All right, one more time. Okay, now the second time through, we're not going to play that intro riff. We're going to go right into a G chord, a G-shaped chord. So middle finger 3rd fret of the low E, index finger 2nd fret of the G. And you're going to pluck E, D, G, B. All right? And when you're really getting into it, you'll notice it's a little bit palm muted almost, as opposed to, so you're going to be, and now that's thumb getting the 2nd fret of the E string, walking quickly to the open E. Okay? Now once you get there, you're going to make this E minor, I believe it's like an E minor 9 jazz chord. So index finger 2nd fret of the A, ring finger 4th fret of the D. So that's E, A, D, G. So one more time. And then I'm following again the same pattern I followed before. Okay, now you have this interesting dissonant chord. Okay, so what I'm doing for that is ring finger here on the 5th fret of the low E, index 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the A, middle finger 4th fret of the D, and you pluck the E followed by the A and the D. Okay, and you only have to play that chord once. That just happens at the very intro. You kind of hear this dissonant sounding chord going into the verse. So let's see if I can get all that a little slower. Okay. And if you can't follow these exact plucking patterns, it's okay. Every once in a while, honestly, I just kind of like improvise a little bit on what I'm doing exactly on the plucking pattern, because it makes it sound more free anyway, which I think is how the recording sounds. It sounds like the person's just jamming, you know, just having a fun time playing the riff. So don't be too like robotic about it. But yeah, one more time. Now, getting into the feel of the verse, I think I was doing something slightly different. Especially when I get to that last chord in the riff. So, still the same as the intro. Or that piece that we first learned in the intro. So that again. But that, I'm playing a slightly different thing there. I'm not doing the hammer-on thing, which you could try if you want. You can try the hammer there again. I'm just plucking the low E, then the A and the D, and then adding pinky on 5th fret of the D. So you could even do that to minimize the amount of plucking you have to do. Like I just kind of screwed up there, but you just kind of rock those low sounding chords. All right, so that whole piece, and then that's what's going on in the verse, you know, just different little iterations of that. All right, and then when it gets to, I guess we could call that the chorus. That part. So now we're holding that low chord, but at this point you can really kind of just dig in and do like a strum pattern and include those high 3 open strings, the high E, B, and the G open. Down, down, up, down, up. That was kind of what I was doing. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So when he gets to my, you go up 2 frets, hit that one. All right. So, and then you'll do it again for that next piece of that chorus. On my, you go up to the next chord. And that one I kind of like to go up for 2. Take it. Okay. Counting the days, how many days till I can see you again. All right, so I hope all that made some sense. And then, you know, honestly, just the nuances of all these little chords in here. So there's one. So now in the second verse, there's a piece that kind of changes. So it does kind of go back to this. It revisits. Goes back into that, but then you hear this piece that goes. So the drop me a pin line, if I could get in, drop me a pin. Okay, so it's gonna do something like that. So what I'm doing there, again, following that same blueprint, middle finger, 3rd fret of the low E, index finger 2nd fret of the G. And I'm bouncing low E to D, back to low E, then to G. E, D, E, G, to D. So you do that twice. Then you're going to do index finger by itself, 2nd fret of the A. So you got again, same plucking concept. So that's interesting. Now you're going to do middle finger, 3rd fret of the A, index finger, 2nd fret of the D. And you're going to hammer, that's 4th fret of the D with your ring finger, followed by a pluck on the open G. And I think it does 4 of them. So you've got and that gets you right into the chorus again. Now the bridge, as far as I can tell, just to simplify it, sounds a little bit like. Kind of like that. That's something that could get you through it anyway and be, you know, still do justice to that part. So you just start with middle finger, 3rd fret of the low E. Again, E, D, E, G, D. All right. Do one of those, then move index finger to 2nd fret of the low E. So you got. Finger down to 2nd fret of the A. Again, similar plucking pattern. A, D, A, G, D. But this time you do 2. Okay, so you got. Go back to that shape where middle finger's 3rd fret of A, index finger's 2nd fret of D. So that one you're plucking A, D, A, plucking D, hammering to 5th fret of, I'm sorry, to 4th fret of D, and then plucking open G. You back out into that chorus. All right, so I hope that helps you get a good start on this song. Hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.